Ladies and gentlemen, are you not entertained? Let me refresh my screen here. Are you not entertained? This is what you call a impromptu type get together. This is what you call an Xbox support group. You know what I mean? We had to all come together and support each other emotionally right now. You know what I mean? Because we got to be honest here. We're going to listen. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the live stream. This is going to be something very, very interesting, something very entertaining. Do me a big favor and hit the like, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Okay. I was at ShopRite. Just came back from the doctor. Was at ShopRite. I got about Neethles called me, Garrett called me, All Day called me. Warrior hitting everybody named Mama was hitting me up. I haven't seen a text from John Doe. It's your boy John Doe. The Xbox community, the gaming community itself. Porter Rock was hitting me. Want to know what does next gen have to think about this? Guys, do me a favor and hit the like button. We're gonna have some fun with this, all right? I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna hop in my my hot tub time machine. Normally, I don't really like to hop right into the show. Let's give a chance to fill up. But I think all jokes aside, right? It's time that we stop the damage controlling. Stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. All right. It has to stop now. If you want your preferred company to do better, we have to stop the damage. You have to be honest, okay? If you don't know, you're new here, I kind of coined the term Sony pony. And again, what's just me just saying, I always felt like Sony fans overall, would just take anything that Sony did and whatever and just be okay with it. But I thought as Xbox gamers, I'm wrong, you know what I mean? A fanboy is a fanboy. And maybe I am a fanboy, I don't care. We're all biased. But I am a consumer first, game. I always said I'm a gamer first, you know what I mean? I'm a consumer before anything. I said this. It's crazy. I say things and sometimes it doesn't really catch on when I say it then. And then then later on somebody may, I'll give you an example. Once more when I said that the Xbox on there we're guaranteed to get is a Gears, Forza, and Halo. And it was crazy. I was started talking about it in 2015. Somebody retweeted me one of my old tweets of me talking about it back then. And then before, like I said, the IGNs, they could talk, they started to kind of talk about it and put it in, like I said, in the mainstream within the community. And I said that I understand that we got what do you call it, Sunset or whatever, which I like. I understand that we got a Rise, a Quantum Break, but we're not guaranteed to get a sequel to those games. And I said, just going back from the original Xbox and all these different exclusives we had, whether it's Otage and Midtown Madness, Crimson Sky, and what do you call it? Mech Assault, all types of games that they had, right? So now we're just guaranteed to get a Gears, Forza, and the Halo. And I said we're not going into a healthy space. I said this, right? And then again, I got it's not making money, and I hate that people get to talking about Microsoft's money. It is what it is. So as of late, recently, again, Microsoft showed off Crackdown at Gamescom. I'm sorry, at Comic-Con. All right. For those who didn't see I did a video about this, right? The little rant. I said, shout out to somebody just dropped $5. My man Pedro, shout out, dropping $5 in the super chat. I said that the game. I was pissed off, right? Because the game looked like trash. I said, when Microsoft showed this game, they should have been showing it running on the Xbox One X. The game looked like, and you know what I heard? No, next gen. See, you don't know how the game supposed to look. The art style is like. I said, no. That game looked like trash. Now, I'm not the biggest Crackdown fan. I may have the first two games. It's okay for what it is, you know what I mean? But, because like I said, now I'm live streaming, and so, it might have been a fun game to play online with the crew, with the Broadbandbullies and stuff, right? So, of course, I get it. To have fun with it, right? But I wasn't, again, it's not no damage control. I've never really been a big Crackdown fan. Never have. It is what it is, right? But this is Microsoft's big IP for this holiday season. This was launching with the console. They've been talking about this game for about 3 years now. 3 years or so, right? This game is launching with the console. Mind you, check this out, right? So again, I got accused of I don't know what I'm talking about. You're bugging. Now you're being like the ponies. Or what can't make it? No, no, you act like them. No, I ain't act like the ponies. I'm being honest. You guys don't get the truth. Crackdown was supposed to be Microsoft's big holiday exclusive, right? I'm gonna tell you something. What's ironic? Crackdown is the big holiday exclusive. They're coming out with the console. Cool. Now I was talking about the graphics back then, about how the game looked, right? I was talking how the game looked. It kind of trash. When they showed it off, somebody meet their mic. When they showed it at Comic-Con, it looked horrible, right? The graphics, right? So they're pushing the game back to improve the graphic fidelity or something. I was reading in the article, right? You know what I'm hearing? Oh, no, it's probably a good thing they pushed it back to improve the visuals. But no, you were just arguing about me and telling me that's how it's okay that the game looks. That's the art style. Listen, we gotta get the biggest knife in the drawer. We're gonna cut the bullshit out. And I'm not gonna say any names. You know who you are. Ain't about the saying this. I love you like a brother. But we got to be honest with ourselves. You know, we have to be honest. Said the game looked like trash, right? No, you argue me down. That's the way the art look fine to me. So we read the article from them. The reason why they're pushing it back was also to improve the visuals. Now you're saying, you know, it's a good thing they pushed it back to improve the visual. I don't know what we're doing with that, but okay, fine, all right. But if you look at this, is what I'm talking about. If you look at who's making the game, what's it? Sumo Digital. So I'm right. Sumo Digital is the name of the company.
It's 3 different people on the project.
Okay, fine. Post up, fine. All right.
2 different developers.
Listen here,
Cloud
my brother.
Engine, Sumo, and
all right. That's well and good. Yeah. Your biggest holiday IP that you're not even making. You're reaching out to a second party, to them, right? Mm-hmm. So again, you got the coalition, you got 343 Studios, and at one point your headline hit, right? So you see what the problem is when and I'm saying, I know it's the nature of the business, but this game has been pushed back a few times. When you have to depend on second party, when you have your own developers that you make in-house. This is your big IP for the holidays. And you're not even making it. You had to go the second party route. You see where I'm going with this? But you tell me, guys, that I'm bugging, that I'm overreacting. No. So what do you have this holiday season? Who do we got? Crackdown, and we got Forza 7. We got. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No more Crackdown. Got Forza 7.
Now we got Super Lucky Tales.
Super Lucky Tales.
7.
Yeah. All right. About to drop.
Nigga,
Pub should be out this year too.
I was talking about physical copies, okay?
Cuphead.
All right,
we're talking about indies, man. This is just sad.
Okay, that's fine. Listen.
I mean, you just asked. I just asked.
Oh, okay.
Whether the indies or not, I was just giving them answers.
Okay, all right. Well, you see where I'm going. Your biggest game for this holiday season, exclusive-wise, first party, you're not even making. Okay, that's one of the reasons why Sony is kicking your ass. But I digress. All right. So again, I got this big pushback. You know what I'm talking about. We don't. So we don't want three. All we want 343 to do is that. All we want the coalition to do is that. But now, and guess what? I also got told we don't need third-party marketing. We don't need those third-party games. So not only don't you have any third-party marketing deals this fucking holiday season, you understand what I'm saying? At least if you took away Crackdown, maybe you got something else you can advertise with your console and or maybe bundle with. You don't have Destiny. You don't have Call of Duty. You don't have Star Wars Battlefront. You don't have Bubble. You don't have NBA. You see where I'm going with this, right? But I got told, you know what? If we had third-party deals, we wouldn't have no Xbox One X. We got to stop all this now. This is madness. What have I created out here in the Xbox community? What's going on here? Like we have to stop. And I ask you guys this, right? I get called the Donnie D fanboy, right? No, I'm not a fanboy. I'm just keeping it real. The things that we are complaining about now about the Xbox are all under Phil. And that's not a hate Phil video. Anything about that. Good guy. I think Phil is great for the company, okay? But now everybody's meant to lead. The things that we're complaining about, no true Xbox exclusives. We had true Xbox exclusives under Donnie D, right? What are we complaining about? The marketing. We had great marketing under Donnie D. And we don't have any of that now. We had great third-party support and third-party deals. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. How we say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Now, I ask you guys this, right? Because, again, sometimes I'm going to leave you with a quote, and I'm going to shut the hell up. It's the last thing I'm going to say here. sometimes the smartest person in the room be the one that you assume is the dumbest person in the room. Now, I ask you guys this, right? I'm good at this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm good at what you call playing mind games, right? I throw something out there, see if it catch and see if they take it, right? With anybody, I'm do that. I play chess all the time, right? And I said, you know, because we was talking about Phil and Donnie D doing, you know, doing BGST, and a lot of times, like I said, you know, to go against them because it makes the shows interesting. No one has the same, say opinion. You know what I mean? So sometimes I go far left just to spark, just to liven things up, though. But to be realistic here, right? I hear you guys always singing the praise of Phil. And Donnie D was the Antichrist, right? Or whatever. It was the death of Xbox, right? But every game that you've been playing this far, this generation, has come from Donnie D. What game are you playing or have played on your Xbox right now that came from Phil that you love? What, Recall? Let's talk. We got to be honest here now. The Xbox One came out in 2013. It is now 2017. Going into 2018, what have you got from Phil besides delays, pushbacks? We lost our exclusives, and you know what am I missing here? What?
I think you're perfectly correct, bro. Phil has no signature game that came out under him. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't think of much that Phil really. Like outside of the Xbox One S and Xbox One X, that's Phil's claim to fame right now amongst the Xbox community. What else does this guy like? There is no games though. As far on the games front, this guy's fucking terrible. Like he done got rid of studios.
Talk about it.
You done canceled games. You pushing shit back. Like all of our holiday 2017 has been pushed back to 2018. State of Decay.
Kingsblood. I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. And I'm going to ask this to the audience as well. Under Phil, we have no marketing. Under Phil, we've canceled games that were announced. Under Phil, we get his crappy games such as Voodoo Vince Remastered, Phantom Dust Remastered. Remember, he canceled the remake of it, so now we have a shitty remaster of it that no one fucking plays. And also, under Phil, he's delayed all our games out. And supposedly this is to save the money. That's the damage control. But where's all this fucking money going to?
You got a bunch of indies to play on your Xbox One X, though.
We have indies. What did we make fun of the PlayStation for 3 years? We made fun of them for having indies. Now look at us.
It's three sides to this.
But those indies are going to be 4K 60.
All right, you guys fucking take over that one. That's all you.
I mean, to me, it's three sides. I'm looking at this from three perspectives. All right. My first perspective is that this is unfucking acceptable, and whether this is the difference between being a gamer and a fanboy. Right now, you got to sit the fanboy shit to the side and be a gamer. You cannot be content with the status of the console that we're supporting in regards to the exclusive that's been lack thereof in regards to the Xbox One X. You cannot be content with this, and you have to voice your opinion. You have to get on Twitter. You have to call Phil out. Ain't no sucking up or none of that. Ain't no making no excuses for him. You're going to have to call him out and put pressure on him. Pressure. You got to put pressure on him. That's the only way it's going to happen. Second thing, in regards to people who said, you know, I agree, Crackdown has never been graphically a graphically great game, but that still doesn't take away from it being delayed. The third thing is that people who did shit on the graphics are now laughing for it being pushed back to make those things better. You know what I'm saying? So those are the three perspectives I'm saying. But my main point is that we have to start as gamers. We have to start putting pressure not only on Phil, but the people who call the shots in regards to what games get made and this marketing and all of them need pressure on them right now because this shit is whack, bro. What's the point of purchasing the Xbox One X this holiday, bro? I mean, Forza 7 can't be the only reason, bro. Even though I'm still
Post, let me put this out there.
But I mean, outside of that, what's the point?
Facts. Let me put this out there, Post. Now, no way impossible am I like a fucking type of guy that doesn't want to see a game come out perfect. Don't get that twisted. I do want to see this game come out perfect. I understand that. I personally feel as though Crackdown 3 should have never been a holiday game anyway. You know what I'm saying? But
you know how long Crackdown been in
had something signed way long ago to come out.
How long Crackdown been in development, bro?
like
that game should have been looking beastly already. I think they've been spending more time on that cloud computing technology than they have creating a game.
No, what happened was they started bragging about. They start bragging about the cloud before it was actually ready, and they're trying to get that shit together.
Didn't they just purchase some type of cloud computing thing? Yeah. So do you think just a question? Do you think that has anything to do with pushing this back?
Look, let me say this right, and listen. I understand it's the nature of the business of games being pushed back, delayed. Okay, that's not the issue. Okay, and I'm gonna be clear that that's just not the issue. Games get pushed back all the time. That I understand that. Okay, and I would rather have a game that's working or whatever the case may be. But you have nothing else. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well again,
they don't have the room to do it.
Again, like I said, your biggest exclusive this holiday season, you're not even making in house. Okay. Let's be clear this, okay? Mm-hmm. So when I said that I would like to see something other from the 343 and the coalition, and again, I didn't understand the big public I said pushback or backlash. We don't want nothing. They don't want what are we gamers? What's going on here? And again, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And this is the truth. My right-handed God, I'm lying, makes my piss in my dead mother's casket, right? And I tell you this, guys, again, you'll be surprised who watches your videos. And when I say I know somebody, I talk to people all the time. You guys seen it. We was in a party one time. I had an exec from EA hop in the party. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Nope.
You know what I mean? It's one thing.
And people didn't even know that he was there, low key too.
And again, like I said, and I say this right. People, first of all, this is just video games. It's not my life. I don't think my life is my wife, or maybe on my taxes. I have no reason to lie. It's not that serious to me. My opinions are my opinions. So I tell you guys all the time, you'll be surprised who watches your videos. And since I've been doing this, I've met several developers. A lot. Sometimes I don't make a big deal about it. I never really cared about who made a game. All this is new to me, right? People think it's something I say to talk slick. Nah, I'm just being honest. And you know what's said to me, right? How you talk to those asshats? Who the fuck goes to school just to make one game, right? Listen, I swear to God, I'm my mother, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, and you got to think, well, well, people stay behind just to work. No, people stay behind for job security. We have mortgages, insurance. Some people have kids. Not everybody's Cliffy B, or when you think about the developer, not everybody's wealthy. Not everybody gets this 7-figure or 6-figure salary. That's the farthest thing away from the truth. You know what I mean? How many 343 has about 400 employees? You think everybody there is making $200,000-$300,000 a year? No.
Nah.
People be making 30.
No, that
50,000-60,000 maybe.
No, I was looking that up today. The average salary base is 73,000. I think it was like 73,641 for an average game designer, and I think it was like 97,000 for a programmer average base.
Yeah, that's average. But coming in as someone who once worked at one of these companies, you come in, your median salary is under 50.
Yeah,
48.
Because tenure, you only get that in 70 and 90 with tenure.
When I got hired, 48.5, and I was straight out of school.
Okay, no, and I say this again. So when I say this, right, we shouldn't just make blanket statements like that. I told these people are artists at the end of the day, right? They like to curate, they like to make things, all right? And again, so regardless, what's like now, I'll give you an example. Between Microsoft, I don't know about them, between Microsoft and Sony or EA, they swap talent all the time. You know what I mean? And when you look at open your profile, it looks good to say, hey, I worked on the Uncharted, or all I made was just Halo. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. Like I said, these people are artists, and at the end of the day, we understand. We now know that one of the reasons that Bungie wanted to leave is to make other things. You understand what I'm saying? And you had. When again, I don't care for the game, but you had it can be arguably probably one of the biggest multiplats that came out this generation, which is Destiny. That was in your building, under your roof. That could have been on your exclusively to your platform, okay? Because and again, so I don't understand it to say that. And when I keep going back to Naughty Dog, it kind of baffles me because they don't have a fraction of the resources that 343 have. They took 10 of their developers, if I'm not mistaken here. If I am wrong, I stand correct. About 10 people from Uncharted 3, if I'm not mistaken, to start working on on The Last of Us. All right. And again, all I'm saying is this: that you telling me, and I have that much faith in my, in XBL brand that I'm not gonna say Naughty Dog is as more talented than 343 or the Coalition, that they can't take and then make something and start working on something else. You telling me no, or that will push the game back, or that will push Halo back? No, what are we talking about here? That didn't push Uncharted back 8-9 years. You know what I mean? Or that Uncharted was shit. Listen, that's your opinion. All that is subjective. You know what I mean? And I'm not the biggest Uncharted dude, but it's one thing I can't deny, that those games are huge for Sony and their fan base. This is what I'm talking about. How I don't understand when you have a company like Sony, again, I don't have a fifth of the resources that Microsoft got, and they're out hustling them. I don't understand this. This is what I'm talking about. You know
what I don't understand, Z? I don't understand how people are sitting here and damage controlling that we are having less games, the same games. You should never be content with less.
Facts.
You should always expand your portfolio. That's how you keep your brand moving forward. Look at the PS2. Look at the PS2 exclusives and look at the PS4 exclusives. There's many new IP for the PlayStation brand. When you go from Horizon Zero Dawn, The Order, I know that flopped, but there's many new IP. They're expanding the portfolio. They're making new faces. The Last of Us.
Even though certain gamers in this community might not look at Crackdown as a AAA title, but from a multiplayer perspective, that is a crazy fun game. And it would have got, believe me, it would have got us through the holiday season into next spring, just off the multiplayer alone, being able to drop builders on people and things like that. It's a crazy fun game, and to not have that at launch,
you know what it is too.
What I'm concerned with now is, what are they going to do at Gamescom to make up for this? They have to. We just can't get it canceled and not have something to replace or make. They better come hard at Gamescom. If they come with some bullshit at Gamescom, man, oh Lord, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man.
It don't matter, because at this point in time, if they playing Russian roulette with a fully loaded gun. Like, you canceled the game that was literally launching with your platform. Like,
exactly.
Everything else is before or after.
Hey, you know what would have cushioned that blow? Maybe they had one of those third-party deals. Maybe one of those other, games, big multiplayer games. And people are confused with what I'm saying. I understand that those games are coming to the Xbox. Okay, I understand that they're not exclusive. But listen again. Those, and I rarely selling buy DLC. But the map packs that they get earlier. But just the fact when the game is shown on TV or whatever the fuck the case may be, they're not showing your version. That how big, we all know the games are a little better. We know. We're talking about to the average Joe Smo. If they just saw the what do you call it, the Star Wars Battlefront, whatever, and glorious, whether it's upscale to 4K, whatever, but with the high or medium settings, it's gonna look crazy. You don't have not one of those goddamn games, not one.
You know what it is too? Sony's not afraid to take a chance or put out an oddball game on something new. Even if they fail, they'll do it again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that's what I like about Sony.
Keep going.
That even
Microsoft will fold their cards right away and be like, "All right, we're not doing that no more."
If it ain't doing numbers, But one thing I want to say, man, like, it's one thing. I know we hop on hardware a lot and we get excited, but the hardware is only good as the software that is on it. And vice versa. Software is only good as the hardware that it has accessible. These two work hand in hand. So, I mean, we can have all this power and stuff like that, but exclusive-wise, man, you invest in these console, in a console, you want to be able to have bragging rights in this community. We go back and forth with each other. I know it's for fun with PlayStation and Nintendo fans, but we want to have something to brag about, man. We want to have some put up. Man, I got this and you don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? And Halo and Gears is not gonna cut it, man. It's not.
Hey, Post, let me tell you something. Let's keep it real right quick. Like I keep telling everybody, Broadband Bullies, we don't get paid to do non-damage, and we don't get paid to do non-profit work. I ain't here to damage control. These motherfuckers give me no check. This is the worst year in Xbox history, bro.
I agree.
It is the worst year in Xbox. I mean, all the way back to the OG Xbox. This shit is terrible. Hey, you got one AAA game, and it's a niche title. Fucking Forza. Like, come on,
we are launching a new console.
No, you got.
We're launching a new console with Super Lucky Tail.
We're launching with a fucking racer and some indie games. Whoop-de-doo.
It's crazy, man.
You guys see this?
I thought it was a.
You guys see your screen?
When you heard it,
Did you guys see your screen? You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, you see your screen? All right, look at this.
Yeah, we can see it.
And again, this is funny as hell to me. I just been through so much, right?
2014.
Listen, I want you to pay attention. See my mouse right here, right? When I remember it again. Garrett, I think it was all online. We might have been live streaming, and I made pause the stream, and they were showing Crackdown. Remember, and they had the bad actors. I think I was on the Xbox. So I was watching the mixer, and I was in a party with one of you guys, and I said, "This game looks like not again." We judge games by what we see visually. We don't know about the gameplay until we get it home in the house, right? But we normally judge it by what we see. And I said, why would Microsoft show this game on the Xbox One X? Remember that? I was like, well, this game looks like shit, right? This game looks horrible. It didn't look that bad to me, Z. And we read this here, right? It says, one of the aspects of Crackdown 3 that's getting some attention during the extra development time is the game's visual presentation, okay? Which received some criticism at E3. All right, this is a fact. But I don't know, even with that, right? People would say that I'm bugging when I said the game looked like trash. Graphically, it looked like dog shit. Now, you got Microsoft coming out right now saying, yeah, we're going to take some more time to doll this damn thing up, right? This is what I'm talking about, right? It's like the same thing when Sony come out and say, hey, first, the game, the exclusives are sparse this year, whatever the case may be, right? But you got Sony fans that defend. No, listen, when you got this higher up, so I should kind of thin right now, you know what I mean? Hold up. And they're out there this is what I equate that to. Like, what if we looking at the same game? When they show, well, Comic-Con is not really for games, Z, or what? It's not E3 at Gamescom, Z. What? We got to stop, man. Listen, we got to stop with the excuses, man. If you want your referral company to do better, you have to put their feet to the fire. Now,
hey Z, let me put this out there.
Yeah.
Let me put this out there because my man Fonzarelli called it like it is. And I said it too. That multiplayer is not ready. This is a simple case of bragging about some shit before you get it. They kept bragging about what the cloud can do. I guarantee you the cloud is not working right. I guarantee you. That whole multiplayer destruction shit, that shit's not going to work like they said it was. Watch it be a certain set of buildings that destroy, and it'd be the same fucking animation every time.
And what's crazy,
guarantee you, bro, them motherfuckers are frauding, bro. They worse than Soldier Boy out here.
And look at this. Look at this. Your Fields, your Mikey Barra, they're not tweeting these articles like they do every other article. No. They haven't tweeted this Crackdown has been delayed article. Go on Twitter. It's not on their tweet. They don't want that backlash because they know.
It's bad, man. You know what? I at the end of the day, right? All jokes aside, and I know I'm a little over the top, you know what I mean? But this is something, again, it's not to say, you know what? I feel vindicated. It's not about me pumping my chest once. It's not about me. It's about just what's right. And when like I said, at the end of the day, what I didn't understand, and whether you don't have to agree with me, right? But when I say I'm a true Xbox fan, you know what I mean? I don't know too many people out there that, I've been here since day one. I'm not going to talk about, listen, my gaming knowledge about this thing here, I would dance circles around most. Just being realistic here, okay? I'm coming from the day I've been an Xbox fan since 2001. Okay. Facts. And when I said, even though, and when I said this went over people's heads, I said the original Xbox got its teeth kicked in this 6th generation by the PlayStation 2. But I said, as an Xbox fan, I've had more confidence in that platform than I do today. You know what I mean? Why? Because I felt that, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, with Bill and with Bill Gates and Baum and those guys, they were old school. You know what I mean? It's that if you want Microsoft products, service, you got to get their product, and they believed in the product. This, I don't feel that with this. I don't. You know what I mean? I really don't. And I say, going from what we had in the 6th generation, all these, I mean, listen, when you listen, to be honest with you, all jokes aside, the PlayStation 2 was the casual console for the masses. You know what I mean? It was, you know, at the time, the cheapest DB player. And when I say this too, again, maybe you guys don't know, it's not that Sony always had the best exclusives, okay? Same thing with Nintendo. The multi-platform that we praise today, whether the Metal Gears and all that shit, were made by third party. They were just exclusive to the PlayStation back then. You know what I mean? This is a fact. And Nintendo at the time, they didn't make it okay. So we all Nintendo and their policies, you know, and them deciding to stand with cartridges and all that stuff during the PlayStation 1 era. And then, like I said, you know, the PlayStation 1 curb stomped out of the Nintendo and the Saturn back then. So again, you know, so Sony didn't really have to do much to go out there and, you know, convince or whatever third party to make, you know, they games. I'll give you an example, right? Assassin's Creed, if I'm not mistaken, at one point it was, I think that was supposed to be an exclusive, or timed exclusive for the PlayStation platform. A lot of those games, or whatever the case may be, Sony didn't even have a contract with them. You know what I mean? They didn't have a contract or nothing with them. You know what I mean? That's why I give Microsoft all the credit in the world, because they really went out there with the 360 and bust their ass, was out there knocking down doors. Hey, we'll show you how to develop the platform for, you know what I mean? They went door to door to, you know, with the 360, and they went out there hustling. You know what I mean? There was a lot riding on it. Like I say, I give Microsoft a lot of credit. Whether you like them or not, what they did last generation, not to have a handheld, still the new kid on the block, and to gain that amount of ground that they had within the industry, the gaming industry, to be taken serious as a true gaming platform where Sega failed and Atari failed, you have to give them the props for that. You know what I mean? And another thing, Sony had horrible development kits. It was the founder of Atari. Atari was saying that Sony would send you a damn dev kit with in Japanese, and with mine they record a bunch of ones and zeros. And one thing with my Microsoft, the development they have when it comes to development kits and tools and all that stuff, actually in case they're second in on top class.
The ATG team they put together to go around.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. They really went door to door with the 360, and you know, and again, it was easy to develop for, and Microsoft, it was easier making important games to it. It is what we all know about the self process. But what I was saying again, that Microsoft we don't have anymore. You know what I mean? Even look at the start of last generation, where they had all these. Again, you had Dead or Alive. I'm gonna be saying that Dead or Alive 4 really was exclusive. Oblivion. There was a whole bunch of, you know, different games. Armored Core. You know, they had a bunch of exclusives on the 360. They didn't pull back on the exclusives like the last 2 years or so. The 360 Lite. That's how Sony was able to kind of pull up a little bit, because they make so much money with the Kinect, and it was like a cash cow. Here we go. I didn't get them Call of Duty, and you know what I'm saying. And to this generation here, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I know you can agree with me on this. The OG Xbox era and 360 era, tough. They didn't play no games. They was trying to dominate the this friendly stuff. You throw shots, we gonna throw shots.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This era of Microsoft is too soft, too creamy. They couscousing out here, man. I don't know what's going on, but they need to find themselves, man, because them OG Xbox, even in the 360 eras, they had people in the stores alongside of the 360 or OG Xbox setups explaining to people what the console was in game. They don't even have that in they don't even do that no more in store. They was buying store spaces in these stores out here they was playing stores to put Xbox stuff up front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know where Microsoft even is, man. I mean, these things are gone. They're congratulating other companies for releasing games and playing the Switch. I mean, fuck.
Nethos, I got to go off of what you just said right there. Hold it right there. The way they congratulating other teams, I'm going to have to bring in our lingo. Phil out there bending the knee, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo, Phil out here bending the knee. He bending the knee to the king out there in Asia, man.
That was the same damn thing I was about to say. You done
bent the knee to Yoshida. God damn, boy. You bending the knee. You worse than John Stark ancestors, boy, who bent the knee to the Targaryens. You out here bending the knee to Yoshida, bro.
And your competitors is they don't care. Your competitors is not giving you the same respect, bro.
You know what? You know what? It's crazy, right? Shout out to everybody in the live stream. We're not gonna be here too long. We're about to go on, but let's show again. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Actually, you know what? We got a code. I got a code. Still got some cool stuff. Wait. Listen, let's get this thing up to 100 likes right now. I'll drop a code in the chat right now. Get this thing up to 100. Get it up to 100 likes right now. I'm dropping the code. You know what I mean? We're dropping the code right now.
That's how the bullet get down.
That's how
broadband gets down. And before we go out of here, I gotta say one more piece, man. I gotta say one more piece.
Yes.
Microsoft and the community in general.
Talk about it, Gary.
We need to wake up.
Yes.
We have no marketing. We're getting out hustled on games, whether it's time exclusives or handouts. We're getting completely out hustled. Crash Bandicoot is #1 selling game for 6 weeks in a row in the UK. Just saying.
Say something.
And we shouldn't even accept this. These are the problems you talk about. These are what you need to hit hard. Don't be afraid to put out your criticisms. Hit them. Make them know this. This is unacceptable.
Excuses are only good for those who make them. They build a monument of nothingness. And that's all we've been making. So that's why we got a monument of nothingness right now. Stop making excuses. Stop being content with what they're giving you. We can control what they output because they have to come to us for our spending power. And as long as we can control our dollars in our wallets, then we can control what they output, and we need to start doing that more often instead of making excuses for these companies, man. We have to voice our opinion, not only on Twitter, but with our spending power.
This is the craziest thing.
One thing. Hold up. Shout out to my man. I wasn't in the chat. Sorry, guys. I was reading another article. My man Eric the Red 06. He dropped $5 in the super chat. I appreciate it. Games we know of confirmed for 2018. Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2 is going to be big. Crackdown 3,
the same shit we knew.
Oh, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves. What else? Am I missing something?
That's the problem with that when you got to think about it. That's the problem when you got to think about it.
Forza Horizon 4. Forza Horizon 4 is coming out. That's going to be there. I'm looking forward to State of Decay 2 is going to be huge.
Yeah, that's my more anticipated Crackdown. I don't give a fuck about that. But check this. I have stock in Microsoft.
Wait, hold on.
I am the one person that probably is out of all the people that fanboy for this bullshit. I make money from these motherfuckers. And Phil will get this foot in his ass immediately.
Wait, hold on, bro. We got in the comments section. Like I said, I'm just coming to the chat right now. So you were saying something to me of importance in a minute. So I do a problem. Look at the chat right now. My man, right? This is the problem. My man here. So first of all, I think the Soul King rocked as what is in the live stream too. He played Gears with him. I think that's you with that dog shit connection. But anyway, right? Thank you for checking out the show. He said, Z, been talking about this for like 3 podcasts now. It's getting kind of washed out. Nah, you gonna get this work. You know why? Let me tell you something, my man. At the end of the day, right? And again, I don't want you to think if you're still here, I'm just scrolling through the chats now. Let me tell you something, bro. This is real talk right here, okay? It's not. But listen, at the end of the day, we're gamers first, right? Okay. So if myself, what you call myself, like I said again, I'm not some some YouTube channel that's claiming to be neutral and just always blast Xbox and praise Sony. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm an Xbox gamer. I'm a fan. You know what I mean? And again, we are all biased. So if I'm voicing my concerns, you know that it's coming from a genuine place. Ain't no spin, ain't no alternative mode here. You know what I mean? And it's not 3 shows, bro. I've been talking about this, bro, for 2 years. Okay, you know what? Games get delayed all the time, my man. Games get pushed back. That is the nature of the business, the beauty of the beast, right? But when it looks so bad right now, because again, it was really this is was coming out the day of your console. Well, just think about this. Your launch game. You know what I mean? And again, I don't in Forza 7, I understand it's huge, but it's a niche title. Not everybody's into the I don't like simulation races personally. No, thank you. I don't like simulation racing personally myself. I don't, you know what I mean? So and I know it's gonna probably sell well, but this is what you were gonna be advertising right for the holidays. Not get it twisted. That's gone, right? And you also don't have any of those big multi-plat games that you can advertise alongside your brand new hardware. Okay.
Can I say something real quick, Z?
Say whatever you like, bro.
This is what I like. Just a bit of an opinion. I feel like Phil Spencer put all his time and energy into making the Xbox One X such a beast and the best possible thing that he could, and he neglected the game side of it. And now it's showing. Like he put all his time and energy into that and slacked.
He admitted that. He actually admitted that.
Okay.
He spent a little bit too much time on getting the hardware out and not balancing it between the hardware and the software. And you can see it now.
And that's why I said
you can see it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I
mean, what's good is all this hardware.
No, okay.
Exactly. We don't have the software to really enjoy it.
Listen, we got to be fair with this, okay? Because we know this whole generation been about power, right? And when Microsoft had the games, you know, at the time, whether you like them or not, Sony had indies and the better version of the multiplayer. This whole generation been about power. You know what I mean? So I've always said this, right? And this is the truth, right? You can't and I should say I always felt like Microsoft was always held to a certain standard than whether it's Sony or Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo. It is what it is, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? I say God gives his toughest battles to his, you know what I mean, most of these soldiers. We go with those analogies, right? But you can't I should say I don't know with Microsoft. So you know what is somebody said because last generation, you know, they teased by Microsoft about they come out there with the Call of Duty thing and this, that, and the other, right? And they teased them, right? Which I think is kind of crazy. Then when Sony got the deal, Sony fans was praising about Call of Duty. It is what you can't stop doing what got you there. And still, it's not that we didn't care about the third marketing deals. You just kind of pulled away from the exclusives. So I can say, you know what? Phil said we give you the exclusives, so that multiplayer come onto our console anyway. But no, you know what I mean? You can't just stop doing one. You have to do both. I'm saying I don't understand how Sony out hustling them because, again, they have the third-party deals, what we all know. They ride heavy on that. And they're still making their exclusives. You know what I mean? So when you grab the fact that maybe they had those third-party deals, we wouldn't get the Xbox One X. So Sony can have the third-party deals, make first-party exclusives, and come out with the PS4 Pro. Like, what are we doing here? We got to stop that, man. You know what I mean? We got to call this. We got to keep this thing a buck. We got to call this thing a spade here. You know what I mean? Across the board. What have we gotten under Phil? You know what I mean? We lost 2 exclusives, right? Horrible marketing, and no third party. That's gone. You know what I mean? So going forward, would Phil thought, or I don't know, whatever, that Xbox play anywhere? they ain't the answer, B. They ain't the answer.
Sway. You ain't got the answers, Phil.
The same thing. Listen, come on, big fella. You know
you ain't your.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy again? When I said that back then, what they tell me? Oh, next gen, he out there bugging. No, and listen, let me be clear. This some of Xbox biggest exclusives have always been on, whether it's Halo, Fable, Gears. But when you have what you are selling console, you got to leave some value with your console. And I said that by them putting Gears and Forza out there day and date will do more harm than good. They're not going to buy the game. What? You know, what they call me again, everything but a child of God, right?
They might need to bring Donnie D back as a co-CEO.
Man, don't say that, bro. You gonna don't say that, bro?
They need somebody that's really gonna go out there and put their foot on their necks, man. They might have to do. Hey,
what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying, man.
I think.
Too kind-hearted, man.
Now listen, and again, Phil's a great guy. I don't want to say
ain't nothing wrong with that
about me banging on Phil. You know what I mean?
Dog industry.
Someone send me messages on Xbox Live. I appreciate it, Phil. I'm just man. This is called constructive criticism right here, bro.
Facts.
I'll give you an example, right? It's being real. The thing that Square Enix did with Microsoft, right? Microsoft gave you all this money for Tomb Raider, right? And for them to come out and announce that it's coming to another platform before the goddamn game is out with the deal, they would have never did that if Donnie D was there.
Facts.
They would have never done that if Donnie D was there.
No, they would have been. They would have had. They would have been penalized.
Yeah, once you know you have a pushover, you can push him over. You know what I mean? Once you know you got like a guy that's strict and by the book. Like, remember you were in school and you had a teacher that was a fucking strict by the book, fucking laid the law.
You knew not to play with certain teachers.
Yeah. You got the pushover. You fuck with that teacher all the time.
Facts, Jesse. That's fact.
He knows that image of a pushover.
That's
what I said. What I said. I'm gonna drop some.
They done ran off. They done ran off on Phil twice this year.
They done ran on the board. What's his name? Platinum Studios got him.
Ran off on the plug twice.
Yeah.
What do you say, Zeke?
No, hold up, man. You sent me a code. What the hell I did with that guy? Well, you sent it to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Post up.
What's up?
You sent me a code on Twitter. On Twitter, was it Facebook?
I think it was Facebook. It was Facebook.
Okay.
While
you guys figure that out, I gotta say, yeah. While you guys figure that out, I gotta say, Phil Spencer, you are making us look weak. You're backing away from marketing deals, saying you don't want to take away things from gamers. You're not competing. You're delaying my games, if not canceling them.
What's all that?
And now, you're praising competition too. Phil, stop bending the knee. And, if I didn't know any better, it almost looks like you're opening your mouth. But that's neither here nor there. Either you man up, you start competing, or even some of us loyal Xbox guys might just leave. So you got to get your shit together, Phil, because it's unacceptable.
I think I deleted our conversation. I know you probably still got that conversation. Just resend it again.
Phil he's Mr. Nice Guy, and Mr. Nice Guy is a problem, especially considering when he was in charge of games, the games that we got last generation, mostly because of Phil, because he was in charge of the damn games. I don't know what the hell happened when he went from games to being in charge of everything. Like, he forgot what he was just doing. Like, literally, he went blank. Like, his thought process.
Maybe he's in over his head. Maybe he's in over his head. He can't handle all
Phil
this
used
at
to
once.
be a developer, man. I can't see how you went from developing games and
he went from making games to head of games.
Yes,
he went from making games to making sure we got games.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how.
I got you. Hey, listen, hold up. I want to say this right here, right? I'm gonna get my man, hey, Alex. My man Alex said you want to add something to the chat. We're not gonna be here much longer. Let me send my man Alex the code and link right quick. All right, listen, right? Check this out.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Right. You know exactly how this about to go.
You got some facts.
Man, you know what Alex about to do.
Right, you know exactly how to go.
At the end of the day, we gotta be clear. This any backlash that Microsoft gets, like I said, this generation, Microsoft has been they inflicted their own wounds. Everything that they're getting their teeth kicking about has been self-inflicted. Whether it's the messaging at the start of the generation, you know what I mean? Whether it's the Xbox losing what you call their true console exclusives, and day and date, the things that left a nasty taste in gamers' mouth has all been done from Microsoft to themselves. You know what I mean? I want to be clear that, okay? And again, what could they do going forward, right? And again, and this is my opinion. What they should do, and this is coming as an Xbox fan. The things that they kind of hung their hat on, or thought that was going to be huge for the gamers, didn't catch on. It didn't catch on, right? It didn't. That Play Anywhere stuff and didn't catch on. You know what I mean? I understand that it may be huge for some, but and I'm the biggest Xbox guy, but I'm a console gamer. The things they thought would be huge to the console gamers didn't care about. I'll give you an example. Shameless Blackley, that was the head guy doing the Xbox guy back in the OG Xbox days. You know what I mean? And whether you choose to admit it or not, when you think about gaming or PC gaming, Microsoft they really run it all. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is they have their hand in it. So, understand Steam and I don't know, but your OS and all that stuff to run those, you need Microsoft. You know what I mean? A lot of the big games they make with Age of Empire and all that stuff. So Microsoft, you know what? We already have a hand in gaming on the piece. So how can we bring it with the console? We have all this money over there. How can we just, bring it all together? And it was the artist. They had meetings behind this. He said, which is the truth, console gamers and PC gamers, we're two different markets. We understand that we're gamers, but we're just two different markets. And what I mean by that is, you look at some of the hugest games on PC, whether the Dogas or League of Legends, console gamers really don't care about. Or the fact that, you know, what a lot of PC guys, they like the flexibility, like to feel free. You know what I mean? Console guys want to sit on their butt, sit and put the game in, plug and play, and keep it moving. They don't care about making mods, making everybody on the screen naked and with orange bras. PC games, they get wild with those mods and stuff. So, again, we're just two different markets, and they try to hang that hat off and please that PC market. I'll give you an example. Xbox Live and all that stuff, they get free for it on PC, right? They look like, why do we have to pay to play online? We have it was free, right? But at the same token, you kind of taking a shit on your console game because we pay for the service every month. And they get our exclusives day and date. So again, whether people choose to admit it or not, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You know what I mean? One of the biggest things that said, but when we think about, they ain't got no games, they ain't got no exclusives. That's all we said. You know what I mean? Well, I understand. Well, I look at it as long as it's not coming to the PS4 or the Nintendo, it is what it is. But if you look at it again, most people's combination, they either have the PC and the PlayStation 4, right? They said, why would I buy an Xbox so I can have the better versions of your games on my PC? You know what I mean? Well, this is true. Why would I buy a $400 console and feel restricted, and I can get the better version on PC if they're going to buy the game or not? So again, I think they need to back away from that right there. Back away. And I feel they said, he said, I don't know if it was true. He said the PC going to have their exclusives, and they're going to be some games that are just going to release on Xbox. You know what I mean? I think they need to go back to that. You know what I mean? To having true exclusives. You know what I mean? Better marketing, and and stop with the nice stuff. Stop. You know what I mean? Stop. You know what I mean? I think that's my opinion. Now you guys can tell me, before we close, what do you think they got to do to take it in the right direction? Maybe turn things around for them.
Announce something that's gonna come out. Like that's literally right now. We all speculate. So what's coming out here? What's coming out there? What's coming out here? What's coming out there? Doing this back and forth over and over again is ending up in the same exact situation. Tell us what the hell is coming out. That I'm not going to announce it till it's about to come out. Nobody gives a damn. Tell us it's coming out so we know that at least there's something on the horizon. Because right now we're looking at the horizon and there's nothing there. We already knew Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Forza Horizon 4. We already knew those. Tell us something different. Until you do, all that we see is the same shit that was always there. We're trying to look past that, but we can't look past that because we don't know that there's anything over there.
So, again, I don't have a problem with them, again, showing games, a couple years out. So I think it gets people hyped, you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. But what do you think, Nisa? What can they do, like I said, to turn around?
Just announce something that comes out, like Maslin just said. And, stop delaying all my shit and or canceling it. Bring in that new refreshing IP. Look at things like Anthem. People were interested in games like that. People are interested in games like PUBG. Cater to your audience. PlayStation does a good thing with single players. Do something good with multiplayer. And, get some single player as well.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Alex, say something before we get the hell up out of here. Listen, get this thing up to 150 likes when I'm dropping the code. I got some codes. I had to get the end of this code. I got 2 codes. Let me get
this
40 more likes.
We need some more likes, man. We need some more likes. 200 people in there. 250 earlier. We need them likes. Man.
Let this dude in. He finna take away from all the likes.
Chill. They're gonna love me right now. I'm
going to that free dislike button.
Let the truth set you free. Damn it. Here we go. What's up with all these delays, man? You gonna pay $500 for some dust collector?
Come on. I want to say this before he gets started. Alex, you ain't shit, bro. Alex, that dude, he'll see somebody get body slammed and knocked out. Then after the crowd starting to walk away, he walk up and kick you.
I ain't gonna lie. I see y'all trying to crawl, get back on your feet, but I'm about to stomp your head and it's over for that shit. But this shit is crazy. They delayed that thing for real.
Yeah, they
delayed. It's late, man. It's gone. It's out of there.
You know what's the scary part? That's gonna come out 2018 when all that fire that Sony got coming out for 2018 is coming out. So it's like you're gonna lose regardless. Nobody's gonna care about that shit. That's the funny part. And it's sad though. Like I really wanted y'all to come on Crackdown this year. but it's not happening. I'm gonna dig that grave for y'all though. I got y'all. I'm gonna be a nice Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing the right way.
You about to crawl out of that grave post I put you in?
Hey, we ain't in no grave. We on fire right now.
Yo, my boy done came back with the Night King. Right. With the Night King right now.
Drop the code in there. Just might get the code. Just drop the code in there, man. Let's get this thing up to 150 likes, man.
150 likes, man.
Let's go. Just drop the code in there.
And Xbox Moody, wake the fuck up. Don't let anyone stop you from putting your criticism in. They are a feedback company, so let them know your feedback. Don't be afraid to do it.
No, but Microsoft
they be on Twitter all the time. So
on a positive note, I think Microsoft's gonna announce certain games. They have to. How are you gonna try to sell
Phil just tweeted out.
We're gonna do something different than what we think or whatever. Yeah.
What fans expect.
He said, Phil just tweeted out. He deleted the Xbox One X.
Fuck what Phil tweeted. Fuck that. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck your tweets, bro. You been giving tweets all year long and no motherfucking games. Fuck that.
Until I see something, it's all smoke and mirrors, bro.
Broadbandbullies, y'all know what it is, man.
Fuck
Bend the knee. Kings in the North.
Hey, listen, before I go. Hey, listen, Alex. I mean, RXL. I see you in the comment section. Hit me on Facebook. We're gonna link up. We're gonna do something. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow Thursday. No, I got something with Mad Game. I got something with Mad's Gaming tomorrow. Friday early. I know you ain't got no job. You know what I mean? You scared to go to work. Trump about they got you scared to go to the all right, so when I'm undocumented workers, you out there scared. But nah, hit me up. Let me know we can do something Friday early. I see you, RXL. But I got a comment on your comment before we go. You said all the consoles I bought this generation, the only one you regret buying is the Xbox One X. Like, we're gonna really say that. All right, listen. Now, this is your opinion. You know what I mean? Maybe you may not like Gears, but like, come on, you're bugging. Like, so you enjoyed the Wii U more than you did the Xbox One? Are we gonna say this here? You enjoyed the Wii U. Maybe you did. Maybe you might be into that tinky winky stuff. Or you did the Xbox One. Now, I can't take. Listen, man. But it is what it is, man. Is that what we're saying here? You know what I mean?
That Call of Duty beta come out next week, right?
Yeah, I'm not really a duty head, but I got what? No, I don't really care for duty, bro.
Yeah, same here. But I'll try it because it's World War II.
I mean, I gotta play something.
The words of the hound. Fuck Phil.
I'm gonna go watch that Games of Thrones.
We watched the new Game of Thrones. But anyway, listen, thank you guys for rocking. Listen, before I go, I gotta say this live on the air. We're looking for new talent to be a part of the Broadbandbullies, the live streams, podcasting. You're trying to get your foot out here in YouTube. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We're building something very organic. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking whatever. But we're building something very organic. You know what I mean? Everybody you see with here and just working live right now on the air, I met in my comment section on videos. You know what I mean? Facts. I'm not just want to go out and say that I rock with those that rock with me. It's truly me. You know what I mean? So again, come get down with me, you know what I mean? And like I said, we're trying to build something really big. I got the knowledge now to how to do this thing, you know what I mean? Well, I've always had the knowledge, but now I got the will to do it, you know what I mean?
Now you just need the games and you'll be all right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, listen, like I said, I'm gonna leave the link right here again. It's very important. You know what I mean? You know, we say with a lot of video here.
Just make sure you know how to pronounce console.
We on this console.
Console. He consoled me.
Yo, he already dropped the code, man. Look up.
Dropped the code. I said give it to 150 likes. We drop another one, man. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. Also tonight we probably gonna do the show, the UFO show. We might do that tonight too. About 10:30.
Oh man, I missed that.
Yeah, but we're back at it. Listen, if you want to get down what we got going on, there's a link right there.
Don't be scared.
Here's the link. Get down. All right, we out of here, man.
All right, yo.
We going, man. Bang, bacon, 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 bacon.